All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. It's my job to give you the markets. That's what we're going to do. Let's take a look and see what we've got going on in corn, all right? Let's bring up that corn board. And what have the corn markets done for us today? Well, what have you done for me lately? It's been around this price all day long. At least for me it is. 484 is last at D's corn. That's up 2.5 cents. A 2.5 cent rally, no big deal. We've got about a 10 cent range. We're about I guess we're about 4 cents from the top and 6 cents from the bottom. We're right in the middle of that range. 2.5 cents higher across the board, basically, for corn. D's corn stands at 484. What's it going to take to get that to 5? I don't know. Soybeans, they're lower by 9 cents. We were down by 11 the last time we checked. We've come back a little bit. 9 cents lower now on that NOVA to 13.60 and a quarter. That's a couple cents off the lows of the day. That'll give you the idea. We have about an 18 cent range, so we're a couple cents from the lows of an 18 cent range. There you go. That's what's been going on. That's now 9.5 cents lower on the day, but the price 13.59 and 3/4. From soybeans, we go to the wheat. The wheat in Chicago, the Chicago wheat market's up a nickel, $6.50. Trying to hang on to that $6 line. We have been below it, 5.92 and a quarter is the low of the day. And again, that's about a 13 cent range. We're pretty much 5 cents from the top. 8 cents from the bottom. That's where we are when it comes to D wheat in Chicago. 4 3/4 cents higher there. $6.25. All right, that's Chicago. Let's move over to see what's going on in Kansas City. 4 1/4 cents higher there. That's the hard red. That's D's. 7.27 is the price. D's hard red wheat in Kansas City. 7.27. That's up 4 1/4 cents, and we're up between 2.5 and 4 1/4 going out the curve there for the hard red in Kansas City. If we go to the spring wheat. That's going to be Minneapolis, 5.5 cents higher there to 7.65 and a quarter, and about 4 cents off the highs of the day there. Still kind of a quiet market, but again, 5.5 cents is not bad. We're up between 4.5 and 7.5 cents when it comes to spring wheat in Minneapolis. And then moving on to the last one before we get to our guest analyst, 159 points lower in D's cotton. We trade at 88.36, but we were over, 119 points lower from here. The low of the day is 87.17. So again, 157 points lower, 88.38 last. That brings us to our next guest analyst, and that's going to be Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading. In Valparaiso, right? I almost couldn't get that out. And thanks for being on. Hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. All right, Tommy, anything jump out at you when I talk about those grain prices?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just the lack of excitement. So I'll ask you a question, or usually you ask me the question. Where would we be if the temperatures were cooler and it rained all weekend and we didn't have the Ukraine war?
That's my question. That's what I've been asking.
I know. So we still do have the Ukraine war. We did have comments from Russia. We did have Putin. I don't speak Putin, but he's hard to understand. But Turkey and Putin were talking, and they want to open up the corridor, but they probably won't. Nonetheless, biggest thing sticking out on my quote board is crude oil up $2.20, new yearly highs. If you are long natural gas, short crude oil, you are having a very bad day. Natural gas is down 7%. Crude oil having a monster day, call it up 3 to 4%. Not good for this administration. Not good for the American farmer. Not good for the American public. High energy prices affect everyone. Farmers, airlines, my wife, my kids, anyone who's filling up that tank. And when you take those dollars, and we have plenty of energy here in America, trust me. But when you take those dollars and you have to put it in your, yes, sir. And you and I ain't going to stick around for 400 years. So let's start using the stuff. But when you take those dollars and you put it in your cart, that's less money you have to spend at the store, less money you have for dinner, less money you have to go buy a new computer. So we're starting to see a few cracks in the economy, not necessarily seeing it in the stock market. But I will say one thing before we go on commercial break. Machinery Pete does the best job in the industry of watching machinery. He's seen a flaw in used combine prices. The used market finally cracked, and used combine prices are coming well off the highs. Machinery Pete wrote a great story. I think he has over 25 years of data looking back. No one knows used equipment or new equipment as well as him. And that is for one reason and one reason only. Higher interest rates are really stopping people from buying things they may very well want as when money was easier. Back to you, my friend.
Oh, you're right. We've got delinquencies. Car loan delinquencies are spiking. We got a lot of problems, and anything that anybody's been lent any money to, right? So something we're going to have to keep an eye on. And again, you're right about this crude oil. It's inflationary. It's going to make the price of everything go up because crude oil touches everything, and it's what we use to make it and get it around the country and the world. So appreciate that. Stay right there.
I wish my wife said you're right as much as you have.
Well, we can work on that. All right. Well, we're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back to Mr. Tommy Grisafi right after this. All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. I am Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy, and it would be kind of rude if I didn't talk about cattle wearing this jacket all day. Why don't we bring up that live cattle board in Chicago, and we'll see what we've got going on. What's cooking on the live cattle board? Not a lot. That October board's up 12 cents to 180.27. There you go. And that's going to be just in the middle of the day's range, I'm going to call that. We're up 27 cents right behind it, and that's the Dees. 184.45 is last there. Quietly better when it comes to live cattle. Now, we were quietly better in the feeders last time we checked, and we're still there, but we're losing a little bit. We're only up a nickel in October to 254.70. That's in the middle of the range as well. Nove's up 30 cents to 256.67. So we're up between a dime and 55 cents when we talk about feeder cattle. And then finally, let's take a look at lean hogs. They are a little bit better across the board as well. October's up 50 cents, 5-0. 83.55 is the price, but that's about 12 to 15 cents off the lows of the day there. And you've got a Dees board that's up 92 cents, so that's 75.52. All right, Tommy, got 60 seconds to get back to our guest analyst. Have at it, brother.
Well, the speed round. There's a group of professional traders who love to buy dips in live cattle and feeder cattle. I wish I was that smart. Every time it dips, I start to think it's going to roll over. But again, cattle market open lower, and the dip buyers won again. Of course, futures and options have risk. One day that won't work. And I've seen that happen. I've seen people buy feeders down 200-300 and they go limit down. Limits are expanded in meat. So if and when we have a big up day, a blow up top, or a big down day, we have really big limits. It's never cost more to produce a pound of protein than it does now. Hogs, cattle, feeders, the whole deal, the whole complex is involving an incredible amount of money, and interest rates have tripled. Back to you, my friend.
No, we're going to do that one day. It's going to be the world's shortest show. And we're going to list all the things that are cheaper today than they were 3 years ago. It's going to be about a 5-second show. Appreciate you coming on, Tommy. Thank you very much. He's in Valparaiso, Indiana. We'll bring it back here to Nashville, and I'll throw it back over to you, Suzanne.